This Chow King, Jollibee, Maggi Nasal, all of them raw bish. They just come and knock on your door, and I'm like, dude, I didn't invite you to my house, including Filipinos. Everybody in this Manila is fucking everybody. In this Manila, they drive like mad people. I was just in the room and I heard buai. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey, I'm Jane. Welcome to my space. If this is the first time on my channel, please thumbs up the video and subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post a new video. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. I have a lot to talk about in this video. It's been 1 year since I moved to Manila. I haven't talked about the culture shock that I experienced. You know, transitioning from Cebu to Manila was a huge transition. It wasn't something that I was prepared for. I visited Manila a couple of times, I think about 3-4 times a year. To me, it was always looking like, wow, Manila is lit. It had always been at the back of my head that someday I was going to move to Manila, but I never made a conscious decision until last year when I decided to move. The OGs on this channel know the story of how I moved to Manila. Visiting Manila, I didn't know that this is how things work. I just noticed a few different things, but I never knew that, okay, this is how my life is going to be, and everything just changed. One thing that stayed consistent was me getting used to, you know, the culture, getting used to the people, how things are done here, and just, you know, fitting in. Every time I look back, there is a huge difference living in Cebu and living in Manila. First thing I noticed here in Manila is the cost of living. I've always known that Manila is way more expensive than Cebu, but I never knew that it was the type that will hurt my bank account when I move. Food is extremely expensive. At the time that I used to visit Manila, it was me going to restaurants. I never knew that actual living here and having to buy food was that expensive. You guys, in Cebu, I know how much I could budget and to sustain me for a month, but here for the first few months I was always going above my budget. In Manila, every day something must let a coin roll out of your purse. That is something that I noticed. It's crazy, okay? And when it comes to utilities is so expensive. When I first moved, it was, you know, something I could do. Over time, it has become ridiculously expensive, and I still don't get it. Like, why? And when I sit down and calculate, I don't even use that much gadgets in my apartment. You guys, miracle is expensive, especially if it's your landlord that is actually the one always bringing your bills. There is every chance they can inflate things, and if your bill is not coming directly from Miracle. So that was something that I never really experienced in Cebu, and when I came here, it's actually a thing. You can't even tell if your bill is actually accurate or they are doing something, tampering with your bills, you know. Transportation is expensive. It's not just about Grab being expensive, it's about you also now paying toll, and sometimes to some places where you're going to, you get to pay toll like 2-3 times, and it's crazy how expensive it is. Some tolls are like 200 plus, some are like 100 something, some are like 80 something. So just do the maths. As if you're the type of person that go out every day, just do the maths, okay? Manila is not for the weak. I haven't been able to learn how to commute. Several times I've tried it, you guys, it just didn't work out. I almost got lost, and I'm like, you know what, Grab, anchors, that's it, period. Even with the train, you could miss your stop. It's crazy. That's why I don't go out all the time. I go out once in a while. When it comes to apartments here in Manila, most of the buildings are not actually built with original products. I'm sorry that I'm saying this, but that's what I think. I mean, if you guys watch, when I moved out of my previous apartment, one of the reasons why I moved out was that the kitchen slab broke without me even touching it or doing anything. I was just in the room and I heard boy. This apartment where I currently stay, you can actually hear your next door neighbor. And in this residence where I stay, I've lived in a different tower, and in that tower I couldn't hear my next door neighbor. Like, that tower had more concrete, you know, materials. It was built with very good materials compared to this tower that I'm staying in. This tower is so, like, you can hear the next person. I literally hear them. It's none of my business, but it's making it look like I'm in their business. And you know, aside from that, the people above me as well, when they're doing stuff in their apartment, I can hear. Dating in Manila, as of the time I was staying in Cebu, it was so easy for me because, you know, I meet people online, we start talking, we plan on how we could meet up in different cities or go on vacations and all that. But ever since I moved here, I realized that the dating scene is actually very, very funny. Like, a lot of things are happening, you people. See, if you are planning to date in this Manila, just keep an open mind that somebody can just wake up one day and switch up on you. A lot of things can just happen in seconds, and you're like, this is the person that I actually thought I was committed to. Like, we were actually in a committed relationship. Everybody in this Manila is fucking everybody. I'm sorry to say this. Like, I'm exhausted talking about this dating thing. A lot is happening, and this doesn't even have to do with the black community, including Filipinos. Okay, there's so many crazy people out here. I mean, like, you break up with somebody, the next thing, they are cutting themselves, they are doing unimaginable things to themselves just so that they can get back to you. Like, it's so scary getting so involved with people because you don't know what will happen. You end up talking to somebody, and next in person becomes a stalker in your life. Like, just show up at your apartment if ever they know your house without telling you they are coming. They just come and knock on your door, and I'm like, dude, I didn't invite you to my house. Like, don't come and knock on my door like that. I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Everyone is just a means to an end. Like, if you are looking for loyalty, looking for commitment in Manila, please just check out, because it's not here. You will not find it here. Either you're a means to their orgasm or you are a means to their pocket. So use your head. Let's talk about my culture shock so far in Manila. I'm going to talk about the fact that tricycle is actually a thing. You guys, I have not been able to wrap my head around this tricycles thing, but I use tricycles. In Nigeria, we have something called keke napepe, which is, you know, very affordable if you don't want to take the bus, and it's affordable if you want only you to actually sit in the tricycle. Here is also the same thing, where only you, in fact, here is like only you will be in the tricycle. It's built in a funny way that I just don't get it, and sometimes, maybe because I'm on the big side, I can't really fit inside it. I'm not comfortable inside it, but I have to take it because it's actually one of the cheapest means of transportation if I want to move around this my axis. Because within this my axis, I know how to commute with the jeepney, but outside this my axis, commuting with jeepney and buses, I really cannot do it. Another thing that shocked me is that you have to tip everybody here. You actually have to give everybody money for one thing or the other. Like, in Cebu, if they tell you we can't do this, is we can't do it. There is nothing you can do about it. But over here, if they tell you you can't do it, they'll always tell you, but ma'am, there is a way out. There is always a back door. I used to think Manila wasn't safe, but Manila is actually a safe place, especially if you live in residences, not townhouses. Townhouses is where I can't really speak about the safety there. I've heard people tell me that in their townhouse they've been robbed, but since I moved here, since I moved to Manila, I've always lived in residences, and so far it's been secure for me. I've never been robbed before. I haven't lost an item before, but then I've lost items when I take them to the laundry. Like, so I just sit down and I start looking for a cloth, and all of a sudden it's gone. Here in Manila, I noticed that the laundry services, they steal a lot, and I just recently found a laundry that I've been using, and it's just been amazing with them. They don't steal from me so far. I also noticed the change in languages. So in Cebu, they speak Bisaya, right? Cebuano and all of that. But here, they speak Tagalog, and it's completely different. Like, let's say you want to highlight from a jeepney. In Cebu, we say Lugalang, something like that. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but here you say parapo, meaning you're coming down. You can also say mekano, meaning how much, right? But in Cebu, you're like, I've forgotten what we say in Cebu actually. I've forgotten, but it's something different. It's actually not mekano. Speaking about traffic, there is traffic in Manila. You guys, you can stay in Manila traffic for 1 hour. This is small Lagos. You see, early morning and in the evening from 4 p.m. downwards, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. just forget it. You're gonna sleep on the road depending on where you're going to. That's why around that time, if I have to go out within 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., I usually opt for anchors, because it's not me that will go and sit down in somebody's car for how many hours. Nah, I can't do that. But if is during the day from like 10 a.m. from like 11 to 3 p.m. I can actually opt for Grab. Grab is what they call Uber here. Speaking about the food, I've explored more food in Manila compared to Cebu, and it's something that I'm still shocked, because Manila have a lot of good dishes so far compared to Cebu. But please do not eat from Jollibee, Chow King, all these popular franchise restaurants. They are trash in Manila, okay? Yes, they don't prepare good food at all. But if you go to actual restaurants, not fast food, Jollibee, Chow King, they are all fast food, right? But if you go to actual restaurants, executive restaurants where you sit, wait, and they prepare your meal fresh, then you're going to eat really good food. But you see, this Chow King, Jollibee, Magina Sal, all of them raw fish. They don't taste good at all. But in Cebu, you eat Chow King with enough meat, enough bobo tibo inside. Food will be tasty. They do like, I miss Cebu fast food, because I used to order from this restaurant called Jaffa. I also order from Chow King. I used to be regular customers to this fast food outlets. But right now I don't even try. Like, I'm not about to waste my money, okay? I'm not about to waste my money. Or is it the delivery driver that will drive in this Manila? They drive like mad people, and at the end of the day, by the time the drink comes, the drink is already half, the food is already turned upside down, and it's unpleasant to eat. So I can't do it. I have been through so much in this Manila for 1 year, and I think I'm done. Okay, I'm done. If you intend moving to Manila in 2022, I'm going to link a video that I did in January in the description box, which is about living in Cebu versus living in Manila, where is best to live. I'm going to link that video below so you could go check it out, and then I think it will help you make your decisions where you want to live and all that. Someone was asking me some time ago if I live outskirts of Manila. No, I don't live outskirts of Manila. I stay in Metro Manila. I do not stay in those bougie areas where rent is like 50k, 100k. I don't stay in BDC. I don't stay in Taguig. I don't stay in all those areas, Makati and the rest. I stay somewhere pretty decent. I'm not gonna tell you the access, but yeah, that's where I'm around. Did I make mistakes moving to Manila? Maybe a few. I should have done more research. You're making it work regardless. And if you enjoyed and you're new, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.